Hi, my name is Katie, and welcome to our YouTube Advocacy Series. This episode is Who is Gerry and Why Does He Mander? A brief history of gerrymandering in North Carolina. Gerrymandering, by definition, is a practice intended to establish an unfair political advantage for a particular party or group by manipulating the boundaries of electoral districts, according to Wikipedia. The term gerrymandering is named after Elbridge Gerry, Vice President of the United States at the time of his death under President James Madison. As governor of Massachusetts in 1812, Gerry signed a bill that created a partisan district in Boston shaped like a salamander, thus giving this process the name gerrymandering. Two main tactics are used in gerrymandering. Cracking is the delusion of voting power of the opposing party's supporters, and packing is concentrating the opposing party's voting power into one district in order to reduce their voting power. Gerrymandering is also used to help or hinder particular demographics, as well as a way to protect incumbents in a re-election. An easy way to remember gerrymandering is that politicians pick their voters instead of the voters picking their politicians. Gerrymandering is not illegal under the U.S. Constitution. The U.S. Supreme Court, in a 5-4 ruling, said that the federal courts have no authority to decide whether partisan gerrymandering goes too far. The Supreme Court overturned lower court decisions, saying that lawmakers in North Carolina had illegally drawn congressional districts, ordering the lawsuit to be dismissed. The Supreme Court noted that partisan gerrymandering claims can continue to be decided in state constitutions and laws. Federal courts can continue to decide cases alleging racial gerrymandering. Back to North Carolina. In 2018, Republican candidates for the state Senate and House got less than half of the vote, but won more than half of the seats in each chamber. While in office, they used their majority power to restrict voting rights, further distancing themselves from accountability at the ballot box. That same year, the General Assembly passed legislation requiring voters to use one of 10 types of photo identification at the ballot box, such as driver's licenses or passports, but forbidding types that black voters are more likely to have. Governor Roy Cooper vetoed the bill, but the GOP majority, along with 2 Democrats, overrode the veto. A court has since blocked the law because of its discrimination. In 2020, in a case involving North Carolina voting rights advocates, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that federal courts could not wade into fights over partisan gerrymandering, as explained before. But advocates won challenges in state court, prompting new maps that could lead to 2 more Democratic House seats in this year's elections. We are currently awaiting elections with newly drawn maps. While we are waiting for these elections, we must continue forward in the fight against gerrymandering and protect voter rights by opposing the new North Carolina voter ID laws. Contact your representatives today and tell them that voters' rights are the people's rights.